I'm here with, this is Adam Furler. I'm here with Dillon Ledford.
What's up?
We're both targeted individuals. We met the other day at my work. I've been going through some experiences with MK Ultra and Monarch mind control, and he has a lot of experience as well, and we're going to make video talking about this stuff.
Yeah, the NSA is in control of the whole country right now. They're basically using cameras, and they're creating a surveillance state to hypnotize and brainwash and manipulate everybody from seeing the truth. They've manipulated the elections. They've committed a human rights violation on every single individual in this country. And they're probably going to try to blame it on the Chinese or the Russians, but the fact of the matter is it's our own government turned against us. And like Trump said, if we don't stand and fight now, we're not going to have a country.
Do you want to talk about gang stalking and targeted
gang stalking? A lot of things with gang stalking, people, it's developed and made to look like that. It's black ops, psychological warfare. They've created something called gang stalking to mask and hide what it really is, which what it really is it's a military persuasion technique and manipulation technique for them to play. They're basically playing games with people. The rich people, they have nothing better to do. They've gotten busted for child slavery and sex slavery, social engineering. Yeah, oh yeah, with TikTok and Facebook, basically Instagram and everybody clout chasing and stuff like that. What they're doing is they're playing games with people's minds, and they're creating scenarios where homeless people and people that are in the lower level are basically chasing a dream that they, at one time we could all dream and have the opportunity to be a football player or be this or be a superstar. Now with TikTok and Instagram, you can easily achieve what it looks like to be that reality. You can have followers and viewers, and people can like your stuff, and you don't realize how stupid what you're doing is whenever you're clout chasing and you're basically saying anything. You say anything that they want you to say to get the attention that you want. And the thing is what they're doing they're manipulating our children with cameras, with cell phones and tablets, and they're basically programming them to be what they want them to be. They're programming them to have the specific weaknesses they want them to have, the specific strengths they want them to have. They want them to like certain products. They want them to, and the thing is, they sell information. They sell the videos of these kids that's on TikTok. That the camera controls the human face. The width, depth. The new cameras that are out with iPhones, they have the capability of creating a digital realm around your body to make you they can put you in a constant loop and have you thinking that you're doing something that you're not even doing. They can make they can keep you walking all day long. It's basically a TV guided missile. It was created in the 90s when Bill Clinton, George Bush, they had the Gulf War.
The missile defense system.
Satellite missile ballistic system that was created to protect nuclear warheads, protect like the Pentagon, stuff like that. They use it and they can even they can make a field of marijuana and hide a fucking, God only knows how much.
A fake field that you just see, it's not really there.
You don't see the marijuana, you see trees and shit. You don't ever see the marijuana, you don't even smell it, because the psychological warfare prevents you from smelling it. You'll smell a different scent.
So it's mind-based hologram technology. It's causing you to produce the hologram with your mind.
Yes, they can do that. You can actually, the technology they have, they can use your conscious mind to produce the scenarios, or to actually pull the ideas out of your head and then display them as holograms, and have you, say for instance, if you ride by a couple cars and it's the same exact person in the car, if you look at the rims closely on a car when you're riding on the highway, you can tell if it's a hologram by if the rim is actually moving a little bit slower than it should be, or if it almost looks like it's moving backwards at a low rate. That's how you tell if a car is a hologram. They're called car farms. and they're making it look like there's a lot of people on the interstate. But the fact of the matter is this government control. They're just making the illusion of us having traffic on the highways. But the truth of it is everybody's sitting at home, or you're doing what they want you to do. They're only allowing us to do so much. They haven't really opened up the government, the country. We're under control and a government attack right now. And the thing is Trump was in with the Russians. And the fact of the matter is whenever they opened the election up to public donations, and you didn't have to disclose how much money you donated, and the Russians, the Arabics, it doesn't matter what anybody says about human trafficking, sex slaves. If you don't know where the money's coming from, then you don't know who's buying your country. And nobody knew where that money was coming from to elect that guy. And
Trump?
How do you think he became the son of a bitch? Got money from every fucking possible direction that was.
Let's not get too far off on politics. I don't want to sway the.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Okay. So we discussed how Monarch mind control victims are used in the entertainment industry, sex, slavery industry, espionage, pretty much every field. Can you just
definitely espionage?
Can you
definitely use Monarch?
Gathering intelligence.
Gathering human intelligence. They use them to
sleeper agents.
School shootings. A lot of the people that are involved in school shootings are not necessarily Monarch victims, but they are being hijacked by a satellite technology which is capable of using ultrasound, exosound, and frequencies that are higher than human hearing.
And electromagnetic fields.
So high the frequency. A bat can hear 20,000 megahertz, or something like that. Roughly. And if you can increase a human's hearing over an extended period of time and have that human capable of hearing those sounds. And the thing is if you can't hear it, you don't know where it's coming from, you don't know what's driving you crazy, and they make you create a manifesto without you knowing that they're in your conscience. And now you're on your way to a school with a fucking AK-47, and they're using technology and biofeedback data to go in and play video games. You're seeing the guy that shot up the school with the GoPro on. It's basically like having a GoPro on. That's how high tech the biofeedback data is that they're getting from people.
Hey, can we show them your tattoo on
your arm? It's a tattoo of a girl blowing her brains out, and it's turning into butterflies. It's supposed to symbolize how beautiful life is, but the fact that it's got Monarch, they're in your brain. They're trying to send a message through Black Ops, and
you get to this point of awakening through trauma. Yeah. So you said, we talked about how you think they're programming monarchs and these people with advanced psychic abilities, programming with them specific symbolism and ideas, so they program reality, manifest change and reality through their consciousness, their psychic abilities. Can you talk about that?
What it is there's a way for them to put your conscience on almost like a frequency on like a fan. Like if say for instance it's an electric motor, like an alternator, it's electromagnetic frequencies, and your brain will actually start portraying a specific sound wave, and it starts to become your voice. Then now they're listening to your voice without you actually opening your mouth. So every thought that you have, they turn it against you, and they use holograms, 3D manipulation, to create the scenario that you're thinking is going to happen. And some people say that it's what a shock collar goes through to basically put themselves in any situation, any scenario. That way they know how to handle it. But the fact of the matter is they're using it for entertainment purposes now, and torturing people with it.
So do you believe they're programming people with advanced psychic abilities to manifest change in the Matrix?
I believe that manifesting change in the Matrix, what you're trying to say,
to program reality.
Yes, they can use your thoughts.
I mean, you think that's the ultimate
to manipulate you into thinking that you're capable of doing it. What it is they want you to think that you're capable of doing something that you're not capable of doing, so that the rabbit hole never ends.
I think we are capable of doing it.
You might be capable of talking to people telepathically and astral projection and
Quantum shifting.
shit, you're able to do shit like that. That's true. But modifying the matrix and changing code in a system, it's a system, just like an ecosystem. You can't change the code. Only thing you can change, you can manipulate time and history, but what has already happened is going to happen. You can't change what's going to happen.
I mean, not change what's going to, like, it's hard for me to describe, but I think it's one of their goals they're working on. I don't think it's
Quantum physics and trying to
a quantum entanglement, and they're using these aspects of quantum entanglement and physics and consciousness to bring people with already advanced psychic abilities to an even greater awareness and a level of awakening to the point where they can manipulate the matrix through thought.
So you're saying that you think that they can change what?
You think, so you change the world.
You can actually change the course of a person's path. And you can change
Not just
where
members,
they're
but
going.
like everything around you. You can,
like moving vehicles and moving these,
like we're in the matrix, so it's all like, it's like a dream. It's not real. It's a hologram we're producing with our mind and agreeing upon. I think,
we would all have to agree upon it though.
except most people aren't awake. They just walk through it and don't know what's going on.
They may not be awake, but their unconscious is still there, and they may not be awake to it, but their unconscious still has a mind of its own. So when if you're capable of modifying what's going on in the coded the realm that we live in, if you're capable of modifying it, you will be capable of moving shit with your mind.
I moved something in my mind.
You may have been able to move something with your mind, but can you do it at will? Or is it something that has already happened in time that will continue to happen over and over again, and there's nothing you can change about it?
I'm getting better at controlling it. Steadily, it's progressing. It's getting a lot. It's progressing quickly.
It may look like you're moving something with your mind, but what may be happening is you may be, they have your phone. You gotta be careful with your phone because it's capable of creating the microwaves and sound waves to make it look like, okay, say for instance, whenever you hear a pitch that's at 20,000 megahertz, it makes the eyes shake so badly that it will make it look like the objects in front of you are moving. But the fact of the matter is, it's not, nothing's moving. Your eyes are shaking so badly that it makes you look like you're actually moving shit. That's the logical answer for that.
Can you talk about your experiences with trauma-based mind control, some of the things that happened to you and the systems in society that have perpetrated this against you that you remember?
Well, they made it look like my best friends killed my father to manipulate my mind. They made me think that I was in love with a prostitute and distracted me with prostitutes and kept me from being with my family. They isolated me and created a lot of horrible, they targeted me and created a lot of horrible scenarios in my life. I mean, even to the point where
So you're isolated.
they want me, they've made it to where I either have to
Go with the program.
I'm going to have to work every day at this job. If I don't work and I don't earn the money, if I don't fucking suck it up and deal with it and do whatever the fuck I have to do for money, I'm going to have to be selling my body. They want me selling my body and prostituting myself.
Sex slavery.
They want me to be at the very bottom, very lowest of lows, because it's degradation. It is something that the other side does to, and when I say the other side, I mean the people that are involved in sadism, masochism, any type of fucking porn, sexual manipulation you can think of, they've got it. And a lot of people talk about child slavery, but the fact of the matter is it starts with us. And if we're going to allow them to degrade us, then we'll allow them to do any fucking thing. And then a man should not be degraded. A man and a woman are supposed to have sex, and if a man is willing to accept the fact that he wants to swallow his own spit and think of it as cum, then that is his. If a man is willing to believe that and accept that and enjoy that, then he will fall for anything, and his mind is weak, and that's how they break you down and manipulate you. And people don't understand why I might say crazy shit, but the only way to reach people and to get people to listen is to say the shit that they don't understand. That way they rewind the video and they're like, hold on a minute. He said, imagine what? Yeah, imagine that your spit is your cum, and swallow it. Or imagine that it's somebody else's cum and swallow it. This is the type of things that can make you think, and you don't realize where it's coming from. You think it's your own thought.
So they can insert perverted thoughts in your mind to manipulate your actions.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me about your experiences with hypnosis and MK Ultra style programming?
Hypnosis, if you have a hypnotist...
Where have they done it? What have they done? Stuff like that.
If you have a hypnotist in your ear all day, what they're capable of doing is... Well, when I was in prison, they were using they were manipulating my dreams and creating a 2D universe in my conscience. They kept me up and tortured me. And I was basically like a prisoner of war. And they tortured me overnight for 10, 15 days at a time and would not let me sleep. I could not get any REM sleep, which put me in a state of consciousness, which is what monks are in, and that's how they talk telepathically. When you're consciously conscious, you're at an altered state of mind, and that's whenever you can do things like talk telepathically. You can they say that monks could preach a sermon without saying a word, and everybody
like the response and stuff.
Correct. It's very true. It's something to do with frequencies, like beekeepers. If you're a person that handles bees, is exposed to a high level of high frequency because of the way the bees hum, and that's what raises their hearing. So now they are capable of hearing ultrasound and stuff like that, which is how they're controlling people that have school shootings.
Yeah.
And they're
using the frequencies in the phones and the TVs and the computers as well. Hey, let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
I just want to say that I do believe that at least for a few years, if not my whole life, that dream manipulation has been, and continues to be used on me. Okay.
And you don't have to even see the dream for it to be manipulating you. You may not remember the dream, but when you go out throughout your day, what your conscious is replaying your unconscious dream. It's basically like a mirror universe. When you're asleep, you're thinking, and when you wake up, your thoughts play back over a loop slowly throughout the day. So you're remembering your dream all day long. You just don't realize. And if you're manipulated in your sleep, that is the worst. You're in no man's land, because that is once a person's been manipulated,
Subconscious control.
to complete total control, and they only think you can only think what they're allowing you to think. And the thing is if you have a hypnotist in your ear and they can put you in a state of mind, when I mean by in your ear, I mean by ultrasound or some type of military equipment that's capable of, that we can't see. They can cover,
brain to skull,
voice to skull technology, implants, stuff like that. This shit's real. It's not a game. They've been putting it. They've had
and they say that people
labs.
that are experiencing it are crazy. They use
They make it look like you're
assessment.
psychologically fucked up. But the thing is they've been underneath our middle schools and high schools and elementary schools, implanting shit in us for years. They got underground labs underneath every fucking school, and they'll fucking implant shit in their fucking bodies. They never fucking know it. There's schools I've been to that I don't remember ever walking into the school one time. I was hypnotized from the minute I fucking got there, and never remember a second of the fucking class. And that's that's not just happening with me. It's happening in our whole country. That's how the Russians have took over, and they're in control right now. They've infiltrated us at our children in our schools. They don't give a fuck about us. They are going to use us to fucking produce goods and make us slaves. And nobody knows what's going on. We think everything's normal, but it's not.
But being aware of it, of the mind control, breaks the bondage of slavery, I believe.
Yeah, it breaks the bondage of slavery and it frees your mind.
It frees your mind.
You're still
part of the matrix, part of the system.
When you can't free other people, when you don't have the ability to free your friends and your family, then it locks you up again in a different way, because you're isolated. You have no friends and family, and your friends and family
manipulate you.
And your own friends and family are going to manipulate you because they have control over them. and your own friends and family won't fucking listen to you, and they can't see. It's like they got a veil over their eyes, and they just can't be took off.
So you discussed with me some of the reasons you thought they placed us together. Can you tell them that? And as well, do you think there's a higher purpose besides that?
I'm just going to tell you, I am being brainwashed and manipulated as we speak. And when I say that, I mean they're in my ear using extrasound.
Voice
and they've guided me to you using that. Not only that, but they've got to. I had to get a job, and just so happened that you are staying at a hostel, which is interesting to me because you're within walking distance. They know what obviously they're in your head. You may not hear them, brother, but they're in your head.
I don't know if they're manipulating me or manipulating the world around me. Either way, I get to wherever they want me to go.
Everybody in this fucking country.
Everybody in the world, right?
There's this, man, you think that they don't have
the Matrix.
It is satellite technology. They have groups. They're dividing everybody in this country into groups. They want to keep us interstate. The word inter means to connect. Internet is the connection of the web. You know, internet, which connected us globally. Interstate connected our states and connected our country. International is the connection of nations. When they connected us with highways, they started using neuro-linguistic programming. Eventually, all you're going to see when you're riding down the highway is a bunch of trees and shit. You're not going to be able to see the cities behind it because you're not going to be able to get there. You're always going to go bed back to the same place. They're going to keep you trapped in a specific place, producing goods. Logistics and everything is going to be handled within certain miles. They're going to ration everything out. You're going to have to go get your coffee and a ration. You're gonna have to go get your toilet paper. You're only gonna be able to get so much, whether you got 2 or 3 kids. Everything is gonna be shipped within 30 miles, like Amazon. They're gonna lower the use of gas. They're gonna fucking start using electric delivery services, and which means electric motors, which means frequencies, which means mind manipulation. So think about it. If we don't do something about it now, there's not gonna be. We're already fucked. There's nothing we can do about it now anyway. So
except free our minds and raise our consciousness.
Everybody thinks Jesus Christ is coming to save them, and the fact of the matter is Jesus Christ already came to save us. So if we're saved and our sins are washed in the blood of the Lord, then what the fuck is everybody so scared of to stand up to these motherfuckers that are taking over our country? Why are y'all so scared to fight back? And you're gonna get a fucking misdemeanor charge for fighting back, or I mean, come on, why are people so scared? TikTok is manipulating this whole country. It's a holographic fucking realm that we're living in, and think about it. When you look up something on Google Maps, you can look through the whole street and see what's on the side of the road. You can look at the fucking coffee can that somebody threw on the side of the road. Imagine if they did that in the stores that we go in with cameras, and we can walk down the fucking aisle with our phone and pick what drink we want and what fucking candy bar we want and have it fucking delivered to us. We never have to leave our house. We're all stuck, cooped up in there like a bunch of fucking chickens. That's what the fuck they want. And that's what's going to happen because they're creating the digital fucking world right now. It's already created. They can make you go where the fuck they want you to go. And y'all ain't realizing it because you don't understand. When you have a thought, your phone hears it. Why the fuck do you think they want you to have a phone free? Just the other day I was at the bus stop. The dude was giving phones out from the food stamp office for free. They want you to have a phone. They want homeless people to have phones. That makes no fucking sense.
To control them.
So they can fucking keep up with people. This is called a census. They want to count the population, and they're doing it using how many cell phones are in each other's hands. They've got our voice recognition, facial recognition. They've used Google to fucking basically get every single bit. They got our fucking DNA from Ancestry.com. How do you think they fucking target us? They target specific races and DNAs with the coronavirus. Ancestry.com, if you submit your blood and you find out where you're from, you're basically giving them your DNA so they can figure out a way to fucking destroy you and kill you. Specific people have the gene of free will. That's the problem. They're targeting the ones that have the gene of free will. They want to know where they are. They want to track them. Not everybody has the capability to make decisions on their own.
That's another question I want. So, a lot of times when I talk about this stuff, people pretend it's not, like they act like it's not happening. They act like they don't understand it. It's like they're stuck in a trance, like they're asleep or something. What are your thoughts on this?
They are what you would call they have the like I said about the free will, they have no possible way of getting to the point we're at. They can't get up to the level of awakening and the consciousness that we're
awareness.
at because they're
Asleep.
they're so far asleep it's not even funny. Whenever you
They're
can't
like
see
robots.
if you can't see the moon and the fact that it's following you around, if there's a moon, a physical moon hologram following you around and you can't see it, you're not capable of saying, okay, something's not right with this thing is following me around and it's attached to my car or attached to my body. For some reason the moon and the stars are following me around. If that's happening to you and you
You don't
can't
think
see
they do
it,
that just because of our relationship to them and the cosmos? Because they're so big
definitely
and
not. What it is
we're moving over such a small area?
they follow me.
Or you think it's multiple
The NSA
things?
and the CIA follow me here from North Carolina. I have a holographic missile ballistic system attached to me at all times because I think that I'm working for the Secret Service and I'm capable of traveling through different dimensions and getting information from other people.
Do you think we're time travelers?
I mean, I'm just reaching a little bit. I'm just telling you what you wanted the raw fucking data, bro. I'm telling you what I think's going on. I think that the
We're
Secret Service
interdimensional travelers.
has people that are capable of time travel working for them to protect the president and protect the government from terrorist attacks and also creating terrorist attacks. When you have people that are in your country trying to figure out a way to destroy you, you have to also have preventive measures to protect your country from being attacked by God only knows what, school shootings. You don't know what people are doing underneath these schools. You don't know what people are doing to children. You don't know what type of there may be military bases that the Russians have in this country that we don't even know about, that are doing things that may be exterminating our American race that we don't even know about. And the thing about it is the only way that we can figure that out is through intelligence agencies and it's good spy work, espionage work, and people that know what the fuck's going on. I mean, I wish I was capable of saying that and actually meaning it, but I think
These are your thoughts
is
on what you've observed.
I'm an entertaining person, and when they fuck with me, they get a good laugh out of it. So I think what's happened is I've manipulated myself in so many variants that the only thing left is to make myself think I'm a spy or some secret agent. The fact of the matter is I'm nobody. I'm just entertaining, and it's funny to fuck with me. So they have a good time fucking with me, but they're not writing any checks.
I know, we're not getting paid.
No.
We're experiments, unpaid experiments.
I don't think we're experiments anymore. I think that we're just fucking...
they're fucking with us for fun.
I think that we're fucking funny people and they enjoy having... It's torture.
Hey, it's 27 minutes, so...
27 fucking minutes.
Of talking. So let me make some concluding thoughts and let's close this video. So, okay, so I've said this hostel, this facility I'm at is a programming show. They have been taking me on programming walks. There has been trauma-based mind control going on. So the manager there today, Heidel, he showed me pictures on his phone that somebody took of me where I've been under surveillance. Somebody's been tailing me and following me around and taking pictures of me walking while I'm walking for some reason. Obviously because I believe it's because I'm a Monarch mind control subject, but he showed me the pictures today and he wouldn't tell me who took them or why exactly. He was kind of joking with me about it. Heidel likes it, but it is going on. I've been saying for years I've been being observed and everybody's been saying I'm crazy.
Putting up with it. You gotta put a stop to it. Whenever people fuck with you like that, you gotta stand up for yourself. That's what they don't want you to do. They want you to bow down and they want you to put up with
break to the system.
They want you to succumb and submit to what they're doing. You got to stand up. And you have to, they're waiting on you to stand up. Like Trump said, if you don't stand up and fight for your rights and your human rights in your country, you're not gonna have a country and you're not gonna have a fucking rights.
And you're not gonna have a fucking mind.
Oh yeah, everybody's mind's been what?
Oh, I was saying let's start. But finish your thought.
I'm gonna just tell you my closing thoughts, like Jerry Springer. I think that everybody needs to just sit down and think about this very carefully. If they shut the NFL down and the MLB down and there's illegal gambling involved, if you think that they didn't shut that shit down because there's something really serious going on, you're sadly fucking mistaken. And y'all need to start doing your research and investigating it because they're using propaganda and Google to manipulate you and fucking your mind up. I love y'all. I love you too. Dillon Ledford 0 at gmail.com. Add me on and subscribe.